When clicking the C&C tab, we see some entries at the top and then a data grid down below. Entries may be manually added to the grid, but this obviously takes some time. There is a tool available to help with repetitive entries by clicking the Populate C&C button. This would be used when you want multiple identical entries, but each for a different zone. First, enter a description for the entries. If you leave this blank, then it will default to the description zone X, where X is the zone number being used. Next, we enter the width of the component. If you are unsure of how width is defined, then revert back to the previous screen and click Help, where you will find some examples of width and span for various components. The effective width is automatically determined, and it takes into account the 1/3 rule that states the width need not exceed 1/3 of the span length. If you notice that the effective width is different than the actual width entered, it is because of the 1/3 rule being applied. Now we specify the span. The area of the entry is then calculated automatically. Now we indicate which zones we want to be created for this entry. If we want roof zones, then we check the Include Roof Zones box. Similarly, if we want wall zones, we check Include Wall Zones. In the ultimate version of Meca Win, there is also an option to only show valid zones. Based upon the actual dimensions of your building, some zones may not physically be possible to exist. Checking this option will not include those zones which are physically impossible to achieve. Once you click Save, you will see another window. If you select Overwrite, it will replace whatever values you have already entered, if any exist. Append will simply append the existing entries with these new entries that are going to be created. We do not have any data, so it doesn't matter what we pick right now. Now we see all of the entries that were automatically created.